Friday morning, a little bit before 8. Kind of looks like a pretty gloomy day out here. Forecast is for sunny skies. And then you realize it is a sunny sky. See that there? Yeah, the sun is obscured by smoke. This is all campfire, or not campfire, wildfire smoke from Canada. North wind today blew all this smoke down here. There's actually an air quality warning all day to avoid outdoor exertion and all kinds of things like that because of all the fine particles in the air. In fact, if you really smell, you can smell smoke. Crazy. In British Columbia and some up in Ontario. Must be some pretty healthy fires up there. And there is some scattered showers for a short time predicted for this afternoon. But there must have been a little cloud amongst. It partially obscured the sun for a moment. Alright, well, moving on to Gillis today, so I should get packing. Now this is Fern Lake. Pretty hill up there, so open and grassy. Boulders and jack pines. Very little birch and popple growing back. Kind of weird. That could be a fun place to walk around up there. Probably a good place for blueberries too. The campsite is still here. It's in this grove of cedars. Just a tiny little dirt campsite in there. Terrible landings and all that stuff. But that end of the lake is all burned. One thing's interesting, all these little lakes have had loons on them. Kind of neat. They seem very surprised when I show up. They're curious. They actually come up pretty close to me. And then looks like the fire got to the right side of that ravine there. That goes to Gillis. There's a little water there. 25 rod portage over to Gillis I'm going to take. Looks like the fire stopped right there. Kind of interesting. But very hazy day. I can smell the smoke in the air. Still warm though. Got a north wind, so get on Gillis, I'll see what happens. Well, that sort of explains why this lake is so high. Been noticing a lot of these little dead cedars and balsam firs and spruce along the shoreline. These little ones are just kind of dead all over the place. And it does seem like the water's pretty high, and yeah, that makes sense. The beavers have a heck of a dam. A pretty good drop off on the other side. Well, might make the portage kind of interesting. I hope I don't have to go over that first. Looks like he's got a bunch of trees down back in there too. Well, the beaver dam actually made things pretty nice on this end. Made this beautiful flat, gravelly area. This whole area is very consistent depth, and they've dug all the mud off the bottom and left this nice bed of gravelly rocks. You can see little buggers, they push all that stuff out with their noses. Isn't that something? Dammed it right up to the edge. So that works pretty good for me. Now, on the other hand, if you were trying to keep dry feet on the portage, you're kind of out of luck unless you can balance your way down that log or try to hug that shoreline, I guess. looks pretty steep. So we'll see how that part goes, but for now I'll consider it an okay thing. I'm going to try to, I got all packed up. I put the canoe ahead a little ways. It's actually pretty easy to walk. One leg on the land and one on the log. I'm going to do this with, oops, probably going to be a pretty shaky video. I'm going to try and do this with both packs and the paddle and the camera in my hand. Yeah, not bad. Mosquito. Alright, pretty rugged portage here. A lot of mud holes, stuff like that. But I haven't recorded for a while. Anyway, yesterday I haven't seen anybody really since Wednesday until last night. No, I guess it would have been Tuesday, the day I got sunburned. Yeah, saw a couple canoes passing Little Sag. And I took my day off there on Wednesday, and I spent the day paddling around the lake, looking for, just looking around, checking out the campsites and stuff. And nobody anywhere. I saw most of the sites. A couple on the extreme south I didn't get to. Anyway, my way on Thursday. Also checked campsites, nobody around. I did see a couple pass there on Wednesday, I guess, or Tuesday. My days, I'm losing my days. Anyway, so last night, I'm on this little back there in Florence Lake. Hadn't seen anybody at all, even passed by for 2 days. And here comes this guy in this red kayak across the lake, big red kayak, and watching him. He got to the portage landing over to Fern there, and he gets out and he portaged that thing barefoot. He got out and he grabbed his packs, carried him across. That's a 13 rod portage, really short. And he came back and he's barefoot. Man, couldn't believe it if I wouldn't have seen it. Guy must have some tough feet, unlike me. I have very tender feet. Well, there we are. Enough of looking at me. Let's look at the backside of Gillis here. That hill right up there is just over there into Fern. You can see it too. All right. There's the first campsite in Gillis. Back in the bay here by the portage to Fern. Looks like a pretty small hole in the wall, but rocky. Looks like a low landing. Some boulders for stuff. Probably pretty nice. The wind, of course. Now we're once again out on a big lake. In a very back bay, but the effect of the wind pressure will be, there's these rollers. Not really waves, just rollers. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I think there's a campsite up ahead and that bare bald rock up there too. I'm not going to check them all out. I was just looking at them because I haven't been back in this bay before in Gillis. Been through here a couple of times and never been back this way. Don't know what it looks like in the camera, but you can actually see the smoke and smell it. Amazing. Look up ahead in that bay up there, might be able to see it good. This canoe's got a lot of the arch on it is such that their primary stability, it's got a little bit of wiggle to it. So kind of like it because, I don't know, kind of fun to paddle, I guess, but it makes camera work like this a little bit difficult because the slightest little tip does that. Kind of annoying for the viewer, I suppose. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anybody over there in that big rock one, right? About there. Saved from the fire by the looks of it. At least some of the trees. Yeah, that whole big thing in front of you is an island. A big island. That had to be a heck of a fire up there. Alright, let's continue our Gillis tour. Pretty shallow in this little channel behind the triangle-shaped island. Yeah, there's the big lake. Of course, the wind is up pretty good today. In time for my visit here. We can really see the smoke now. You can see a long distance. We're approaching a beautiful little campsite by the triangle-shaped island that Becky and I stayed at before. They had big rock chairs. We'll see if anybody's there. I'll try not to talk too much here in case somebody is. Concentrate on paddling a little bit in this stuff. I'm hoping to hug the shoreline until I can get across over there, kind of straight ahead by that burned area to the left, where it hopefully should be out of the wind. I stopped to check out this campsite here. The beautiful one I was just telling you about. There's that triangle-shaped island in the background there. Beautiful sandy beach in a protected cove. Oh yes, I remember this a bit. Pretty open, a little more open than it used to be from what I remember. I know we got all packed up when we were leaving that time Becky and I were here. We just got everything all packed up and it was kind of a gray day, you couldn't really tell, and here come this intense thunderstorm and just poured rain, and we sat right here with the canoe right there. We sat right there on the roots of that. Well, my battery ran out on that last little clip, but well, checking out this campsite. And as I was doing that, the wind really came up. They were talking about gusts of 25 today, and it did. And these waves were just bashing up on these rocks here on the shore, and it was a big dark line forming on the sky. You could see through the smoke even, and you can see these dark bands were the front edge of that. Must be that cold front they're talking about. And it all kind of occurred to me that, you know what, I could just stay here. I should probably just stay here. And there is a 30% chance of showers today, so I thought, wow, this would be just my luck. So I decided to set up here. And so far I've been setting up a little bit because those dark lines are coming, but I got the tent set up in case I need a dry place to go, and most of my gear stored away. So interesting. Some things have changed in this campsite. Well, first of all, the last moron that was here cut down a live white cedar right there, and there it lays in the campsite. I just don't know what's wrong with people. I don't know why they can't figure that out. But what has changed a lot is, well, first of all, the location of this fire grate. It's here on the flat ground, kind of in the open. It used to be right there, right in front of that wall. In fact, I have some nice video and some nice photos of that fire burning there. It stood, well, at least over a foot above the ground, the base of it, and then it was all built up, rock chimney built around it. It was amazing. Beautiful fire grate system. I don't know why they tore it out, and I guess it's fairly recently by the amount of ash. Still a lot of, gray, dusty ash laying on the ground. Certainly rain would have washed that away. So I would guess it was this season. And secondly, quite disturbingly to me, is the rock furniture's gone. Completely gone. There was 2 big rock chairs with rock footstools. I think these rocks here might be the footstools still. But the big flat slabs of rock that form those chairs are gone. Somebody's been playing out here with that. But my guess is the rocks are somewhere in the lake. There are some big flat rocks out there. Now, those down there look a little bit recent, I can't tell, but so that's kind of disappointing. I was looking forward to seeing those again. But there's that little cove, protected cove back here with the beach landing. Pretty awesome. So the wind is from the east, northeast. Pretty good right now. A nice steady 10. I was planning to head over to Bat right over there, and so I was gonna skirt the shoreline and kind of do whatever. But on second thought, I think what I'm gonna do is just stay here and go over there tomorrow. I got plenty of time. Becky and I made it out of here. Sort of a continuation of my original story. Made it out of here that time from, as we sat here in the rainstorm, and we just left that day. I don't remember. It took the whole day, but there it is. Quite a campsite. More tour later. And there's the corner behind the triangle-shaped island with the shallows way over there. You can walk way over here, maybe further. Really nice high up channel. Beautiful area back here. There's a few very late season blueberries left. They're pretty good. And the path just meanders through this stuff. Can't remember how I got up here now.